Hey there! Today, I'm sharing the story of a suspenseful movie called Black Island. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Let's dive in. The movie begins with a woman alone on a beach, not far from a watchtower. She spots a big dog charging toward her. Panicking, she runs toward the watchtower for safety, but the dog catches up and kills her. After this tragedy, her funeral takes place. At the ceremony, her grandson Jonas stands beside his dad, mourning her loss. For months later, Jonas and his family are driving when a woman in a speeding car suddenly appears out of nowhere. The cars collide, forcing Jonas's family's vehicle into a tree. The crash tragically kills Jonas's parents. Jonas turns to his girlfriend, Nina, for comfort. She knows he's been thinking about leaving the city, feeling lonely and uncertain. He considers moving in with his aunt, but his grandfather, Friedrich, steps in. Friedrich offers Jonas a place to stay until he turns 18, after which he can make his own decisions. Grateful for the support, Jonas decides to stay with his grandfather. A year later, Jonas headed to school with his friends and discovered they had a new teacher, Helena, who would be teaching them German. Their usual teacher had been in an accident, so Helena was filling in until the regular teacher returned. For her first lesson, Helena took the class to the beach. After the class, she mentioned that she was new to the city and needed help moving into her new place. Jonas, Nina, and their friend Florian offered to help and went to her house. They helped set up a closet and laid down a carpet. While moving things, Nina wandered into a storage room and noticed something strange. Helena had been in the same country as their German teacher. Nina brushed it off at the time. Unfortunately, she hurt her foot and they rushed her to the hospital. Later, Helena returned to her storage room and retrieved a hidden box. Inside, she found photos of Jonas. After looking through them, she decided to burn them all. The next day at school, Helena gave the class an assignment to write a poem and submit it the following day. Nina struggled to write one, so she asked Jonas for help. Being passionate about poetry, Jonas gladly helped her. The next day, Nina read the poem aloud in class. Afterward, Helena pulled Jonas aside to talk. She told him she recognized the poem as his work because his unique writing style stood out. Helena asked Jonas to share more of his poems with her, so she could explore his writing further. Later, Jonas visited her home with a stack of his poems. While he was there, Helena changed her outfit in front of him, clearly trying to entice him. She read his poems, pretending they deeply moved her, even shedding tears dramatically. After this, they grew closer and exchanged smiles. The following day, as they walked to school, Jonas felt uneasy about their encounter. Helena reassured him, telling him he was mature enough to handle it and that their moment together was special. At school, Nina sensed something was off. She noticed strange interactions between Jonas and Helena, which made her suspect something unusual was happening. Helena's behavior only deepened Nina's doubts. A few days later, the school held a seminar led by Friedrich. He spoke about his struggles against the government's attempts to shut down the school. During his speech, he glanced at Helena, seeming to recognize her. Suddenly, he felt faint and collapsed. Jonas rushed to help him. When Friedrich looked up, Helena had vanished. She had left without a word. Nina witnessed everything that happened between Friedrich and Helena. After Friedrich left, Nina stayed at home with Jonas. She asked Jonas if Friedrich and Helena had a past connection because she suspected something might have caused his grandfather to faint. Jonas dismissed the idea that Helena was involved, which upset Nina. Frustrated, she decided to leave the house. As Nina walked away, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching her, making her nervous. At the same time, Helena had been waiting for Nina to leave. Once Nina was gone, Helena entered the house and spent the night with Jonas. Early the next morning, Helena slipped out quietly to avoid being seen. However, Nina had been hiding behind a car and spotted Helena leaving. Nina returned to the house, found the door ajar, and realized that Helena had been with Jonas. Disheartened, she left again. Later, Jonas visited his grandfather to check on him and asked if he recognized Helena. His grandfather denied knowing her. Meanwhile, Nina searched old school records in the library to uncover a possible connection between Jonas's grandfather and Helena. She discovered a photo of a girl named Maria, who looked just like Helena and had the same hairstyle from the seminar. At that moment, Helena appeared. Nina confronted Helena, claiming she knew the German teacher had visited the same country as Helena because she had seen a suitcase labeled with that country's name. She accused Helena of harming the teacher to replace him and get closer to Jonas. Helena lost control and strangled Nina in a fit of rage. Suddenly, Jonas called out for Nina. Helena approached him and asked why he was late for school. Jonas explained he had been checking on his grandfather. When he asked about Nina, Helena lied, saying Nina had just left the library. After Jonas left, Helena broke down, covered Nina's body with a curtain, and quietly left the library. At the end of the school day, she smuggled the body out through the back door, loaded it into her car, and took Nina's bicycle too. She disposed of the body in a remote location before heading home. When she arrived, she noticed Friedrich outside her house. Seeing him through the window, she ignored him and chose not to let him in. Later that evening, Helena crushed some sleeping pills in preparation. Shortly after, Jonas texted her, inviting her to his family's house and sending the address. When they met, Jonas expressed his concern about Nina's disappearance. Helena reassured him, suggesting Nina might have left out of jealousy and would likely return after some time. Jonas felt guilty and admitted that what happened between them was wrong and shouldn't have happened. She acted upset, and he tried to fix things by apologizing. They ended up spending the night together. The next morning, Jonas returned to his grandfather's house, where his grandfather woke him with devastating news. Nina's body had been found on the seashore. She was gone. The shock overwhelmed Frady, causing him to pass out. He suffered a heart attack and was hospitalized. The doctor advised Jonas to rest, but he couldn't stop crying. Heartbroken over Nina's death, Jonas refused to believe she had drowned and became convinced someone had hurt her. Determined to uncover the truth, he started investigating. He checked the last places Nina might have been, including the library. While searching through school records, he noticed a page was missing from one of the books. To find a complete list of school staff, Jonas decided to use the school computer. Meanwhile, Helena visited Friedrich in the hospital. She lied to the receptionist, claiming to be his daughter, to get access to his room. Inside, Friedrich recognized her. Helena revealed that he should remember Maria when he looked at her, because Maria was her mother. She explained that she had been with her mother the day Maria went to meet Friedrich, but her mother never came back. Helena, who was only 4 years old at the time, vividly remembered waiting for her mother until police cars arrived and her mother's body was found in the sea. From that moment, Helena vowed revenge on Friedrich and his family. She admitted she had caused his wife's death by setting a dog on her and had orchestrated the accident that killed his son and wife. Now, the only person left on her list was Jonas. Jonas searched for Helena, but couldn't find her at home. He returned to his grandfather's house and fell asleep. The next morning, Helena woke him up by calling out for him to open the door. She explained that she had arranged with the hospital for his grandfather to receive medical care at home instead of staying in the hospital. Jonas asked to speak with her privately. He confronted her about her mother, Maria, working at the school, and questioned her connection to his grandfather. During their conversation, Jonas received a call from his friend Flo. Helena urged him to take the call and promised to prepare coffee and explain everything afterward. While making the coffee, she secretly added a powder drug. She also moved Friedrich's bed near the window so he could witness what she planned for Jonas. After Jonas drank the drug coffee, Helena began sharing her story. She revealed that her mother deeply loved the city and Friedrich. Their relationship led to her birth, making her Jonas's aunt through a different mother. Then, she made a shocking claim. Friedrich murdered her mother when she demanded he acknowledge his daughter. Helena, overwhelmed by the revelation and the drug, made Jonas feel dizzy and collapse. His grandfather, witnessing the chaos, suffered convulsions and fell to the ground. Helena dragged Jonas to the pool, admitting she had drugged him before trying to drown him. Jonas fought back, escaped the pool, and struck Helena. He rushed back to the house and found his grandfather lying on the floor. Before he could react, Helena attacked again, attempting to strangle him. In self-defense, Jonas grabbed a piece of glass and killed Helena. Friedrich held a letter from Maria, which revealed she had taken her own life after failing to convince Friedrich to accept her daughter. The letter showed that Friedrich wasn't responsible for her death. This was the truth he had wanted to tell Helena. But it was too late. After everything, Jonas decided to leave the town for good. And that's how the movie ends. What did you think? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos. See you next time.